on. How are you doing? By a ladder. Oh shit, we made it to day 3. I might actually finish this time. My lifetime. Oh yeah, we're starting a new. Had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. Saw the detective's ID and dressed like him. I planned to take out the evidence. And expecting Officer Meekins, I knocked him out. Managed to escape. Which areas wouldn't be caught on the camera? Wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:50. Hi Kate, bye Kate, love you. So the supposed victim was really... But there's one thing I still don't understand. Traces of a large quantity of blood were found of the evidence. If no one was murdered, then how could that be? Officer Meekins managed to cut his own hand. My guess is he's the donor. Was way too much blood for such a small donation. Also, it's on the wrong side of how he fell anyway. If Officer Meekins bled that much, I think he might have like a blood disorder.
Hold it!
When you say it, you mean... You can have to ask, partner. SL9 years have passed since that case was... It was going to completely end with the transferal that day. Not if I have anything to do with it. That incident is not over. What did you hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room? When a case is closed, only that case lead detective can look through the evidence. I wanted to have a look at it myself one more time. No matter what the cost. Don't care what anyone says, partner. That case is mine. But Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation. Why does he care so much about it? That day was my last chance. That's why I...
Hold it!
Why did you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman? If I didn't make it look like Goodman was carrying out the evidence transferal, I'd be arrested for stealing evidence, which wouldn't get me anywhere. Did it to fool the security camera. The detective's ID card? He stole that the morning of the incident. That really was why Goodman started filling out that lost item. I returned his ID card. Left it on the floor in the prosecutor's office parking lot. The ID card I found was left there by Officer Marshall. Essentially, managed to succeed despite your lack of foresight. What do you mean, partner? I mean the fingerprint activated lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your finger. Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't have been able to open that locker yourself. But he could because the rubber glove just happened to get stuck in the... That means Detective Goodman must have opened the locker before Officer Marshall. Thing. Hold on, I'm gonna get a drink.
Hold it!
Pulled a knife on Officer Meekin, tried to drive him off. Let's just say I was a little surprised. I only planned on being in the evidence room for No more than 5 minutes. I didn't think anyone would actually come in during that short time. Mr. Meekin certainly is a one-in-a-million type of person. Taking a detective for an intruder and demanding to be shown his ID. I have to think a little more about when did Edgeworth get so much influence? Gilbert EP. I'm always EP. Hi, we can have the EP party because way he threw himself at me and I ended up cutting him slightly. You might want to change your estimated amount. Like you might want to change that word. Want us to be not on the Sorry I had to turn out that way. Me knocking him out and everything. By the way, what happened to your knife? Oh, you mean this one? I don't know what to say. So you knocked Officer Meekins out and... Hold it! Did your research beforehand. Also go into the desert unprepared, don't live long, partner. I didn't think it would make a difference though. Every 6 hours. All had gone as planned, no footage would have. However, bloodied your coat in your struggle with Officer. Someone was in the security room when I came out, the jig would have been up. I opened my locker and stashed it in. What was Officer Meekins doing during that time? What else? He was sleeping like a baby. What you're saying is, on that day... Hold it! The blood found at the scene certainly indicates a crime to... Wait. What, are you blind? The victim shown on that tape is me, and I'm not dead yet, partner. Yeah, there was no crime on that tape. All the evidence from the locker. Actually, no, I didn't. Why not? I opened the locker. The evidence was already gone. Like an important, no? What, Mr. Edgeworth? Where is that evidence? Still missing, Your Honor. Is it the face we have? Detective Goodman's locker was already in. Someone else though. Mr. Marshall, may I ask you one thing? Fire away, partner. It's a free country. Remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to answer. Why did you do stealing a detective's ID during a police officer? No small offense. Or you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. Yeah, why didn't you talk it out? Can't just be forgiven with a simple cut in salary. Not that salary cuts are ever valid. I said, is it your case? One is mine. I'll do anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with. Witness has an unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more. Hold it! That case was solved 2 years ago. That's the reason the evidence was put in the evidence. Joe Dark was convicted for his crimes. One thing thing I can say for sure is he deserves it. Remember the Joan Arcade. They really only have a single, and he remembers how. They involve serial murders. The only thing to complain about how it turned out. There's something that still bothers me. He went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about. What happened? Judge is right there, don't you know? Just mention. Was he not the judge on the case? I guess not. Guess he just remembered. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. Why is he so concerned with that incident? Maybe I should present him with what I think is no reason. Is he the judge on every case? I guess. I don't know. Or is it like a Nurse Joy situation? I asked End if it was a Nurse Joy situation and said no, which makes it funnier. Maybe he forgets, like, that he was the judge on. Maybe he was. Who knows? Going on with it. I had a feeling we would end up here sooner or later. Everyone involved here is related in some way to that case. I'd better take another look at the file. Oh yeah, I needed files now. Because I haven't last week.
Objection!
Mr. Marshall, I think I understand. I think I know why you care so much about the SL9 incident. Sounds like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner. I have the SL9 incident file here. Name Marshall is mentioned here. List of murder victims. Neil Marshall, are you related to this? Neil Marshall? Yeah, I'm sure you've heard that name. Years ago. Received the same lousy prosecutor award you got. What? Prosecutor? Okay. What? A prosecutor? Must be talking about the king of prosecutors. Now I remember. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Since death. I guess this is the first case where they actually mention that these murderers are getting well, it's not like every single one of them, but this one they like openly talked about pushing for the death penalty. They got it, and I read it out too. Which is like a whole other like sometimes countries will have the death penalty but not actually do it, so it's like basically just life in prison. Depends a lot on the country. This is an interesting choice for localization. Like I know the death penalty, and but states. Probably, I guess. Not my country. One will tell. Handled the SL9 case before I did. That's right. Killed. The case fell into your hands. But what's his relation to you? Was my brother. Oh my god, he did the Texas shit too. Was investigating the murders with Dave. Then the video stream title to category. Oh no. I forgot. I had a really big day. Thank you. I'll go fix that right now. There we go. Hope you're doing good, Left. I wasted like something crazy, like 6 hours of my day for nothing. To sucked. But I got a bunch of books donated, and I'm here, and I'm very tired, like physically exhausted. But why I'm gaming. It's okay. That's why I have these for that. Dropping in to say hi and to maintain a hi floral. Yay, Yoko Quest donations with. Yay, yeah. She was supposed to come yesterday and she told kept apologizing. She kept saying like, oh, I'm so sorry, and I'm like, it's fine, don't worry about it. Just well, I promise I have like worse things going on in my life. That one person grab something coming then really not a big. Group of detectives I was part of worked under them. We're desperate to prosecute the killer. Road dark. That is a small knife. Like a knife in my kitchen. I have this knife. 6 of them in my kitchen right now. My brother felt dark and was. That was the first time Dark left behind any evidence. That was all we needed. Was arraigned and incarcerated. The case was finally closed. This, according to the public record. What do you mean? Brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark. Take care, everyone, please. I knew my brother better than anyone. No one could have beaten him in a fight. That's it? That's your insane action. There's more to my brother's death than what the records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool. Edgeworth is not having it. Well, one thing's for certain. Now we know what happened at the police department on the crime. That was the last day the SL9 case could. Not satisfied with his position, Officer Marshall planned to steal. Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Sir Beacons confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and yes, this mystery has finally been cleared up. Murder took place at the police department that day. Out? I don't think that's the full story, yes. I didn't even really cross-examine him and press on it. Things that happen by chance never cease to amaze. At exactly the same time as the murder at the prosecutor's office, fake murder was going on at the police department. And it's got more than just that. So if no one was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime, that means the murder in the prosecutor's office parking lot was, which in turn means one person could have committed the crime. Hey, quick question, like, did the autopsy not check whether or not the body had been moved? I think that would do a lot for this. Prosecutor Lana Sky. You have the autopsy.
Objection!
But wait, the verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial.
Objection!
Which is why we examined the incident at the police department. But there's only one reason the defendant was not convicted. There yet remained the mystery of the spontaneous at the police department. Seems to me, boys got the draw on you, partner. All of the mysteries of the department have been put out about it. Our sole murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The fake is Lana Sky. The testimony of one Miss Angel Star is completely incontestable. Have a response in a single word or less. Ugh. I rest my case. Trial has reached its conclusion. Out. Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time. With the alleged murder at the police department. There's no doubt what I proved to you. The apparent murder on the security camera's tape really was fake. But I didn't realize would end up proving I'm not guilty. Now then, the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant guilty. There she is. Your Honor, wait. Emma, the defense has an objection, a scientific objection. Tell them about the blood, girl. Right? What do you mean, right? Right? Are you this girl's guardian? Honor? Oh, in a sense. Please, Your Honor. All I'm asking for is a minute of your time. Please hear me out. Mr. Edgeworth, please. I don't want to leave any loose. Want a minute? I'll give you 3. How nice of you. I was kind of in shock. I mean, finding out the SL9 incident referred to the Joe Dark killings. Now that she mentions it. Names of both Sky's sisters were in that file. But that's when I figured it out. I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day. So I knew fingerprint had nothing to do with the crime. That left only one thing, other handprint. I mean the traces of blood found on the gumshoes locker? But no fingerprints were found on it, right? No, but I figured if I examined it scientifically, I'd be sure to find a clue. So, I ran over there and looked at it again. Did you find something? No. Huh? Sorry. I guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after all. You have a point here? Is that all? Please don't be mad. I'm just a high school student. and I'm just an attorney. But Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clue we have. Can't find something wrong with them? Please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional. If anyone can save Lana, it's you. Me? Oh boy. Time's up, now then, Mr. Wright. With regard to the incident at the police department, does any reasonable doubt remain? It appears the defense is troubled by the other blood mark. Looking at the floor plans, a handprint was discovered around here. Look at the video again. I know they showed it 500 times last time. But I took a break too. Okay. Okay. Stupid mascot is hiding. Let's see. Looking at the floor plans, a handprint was discovered around here. Is there a problem with it? Right. Sorry I can't be of more use. But still, if you can't find anything wrong with that blood mark, Lana will be. Please answer my question, Mr. Wright. We don't have all day. Yes, Your Honor. If ever I've needed to concentrate, it's now. What could be wrong with that handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker? There be something I'm missing. Object.
Objection!
This handprint left at the crime scene clearly shows a contradiction. The only thing that seems clear is your grasping, Mr. Wright. You've been staring pretty intently at those plans. Tell me, is there a problem with them? Yes, this is true. Take a good look at these floor plans. Something is missing. Missing? Something hasn't been drawn on there? Yes, something that, when drawn, would completely change the meaning of the blood mark. Let us pray the defense isn't simply trying to buy time. Very well, Mr. Wright. All this evidence here, got to be something I can use. The question is, which item can prove something is missing? Oh, can I just show this?
Take that!
They say back west, even a blind man can hit the auction. Is so long as he's facing the general direction. Wright's not sure which direction to face. No use. More evidence there is, the greater the chance of me being wrong. Okay. Just calm down, Mr. Wright. Try and remember what the evidence room was like on the day of the crime. What is it that bothers me about this blood? That we found way more blood than this. Please allow me another chance, Your Honor. I'll prove it this time. Let us pray the defense isn't simply trying to buy time. Very well, Mr. Wright. All this evidence here, there's got to be something I can do. Which item can something is. Dang it. Not even losing points for this. That's wild. Why am I getting a freebie? They're not even punishing me, bro.
Take that!
What about that piece of plywood? Okay, I made it. The Blue Badger, mascot of the police force. Yeah, the jar looks like it's missing stuff, but after, you know, we glued evidence back together, which is totally ethical, it wasn't complete. Blue Badger, mascot of the police force. Defender of truth, guardian of proof. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Please look at the floor plans of the crime scene. Badger is not here. So watch what happens when we put him in. Where he was dancing at the time of the crime. Oh my god, I literally watched the video for this exact reason. And it took me 3 attempts to realize this is what they wanted. But to be fair, they could word it less vague. Well, what? That's right. So long as the blue badger is dancing here, it would be impossible to place a handprint at this spot on the locker. What? So that means, just exactly what does that mean? It means it can't be done. What are you saying? Blood traces were undeniably found on that locker. Don't look at me, I didn't put it there. You're right, think it through scientifically. Emma, on that afternoon, Officer Meekins was the one who brought Badger to the evidence room, right? After he put it down, it would be impossible to leave a handprint on that locker. So that means blood mark left there before the blue badger was brought in. Just one moment. I will not allow such far-fetched balderdash in my court. May sound far-fetched, Your Honor, but it's the only possible explanation. On February 21st, in the police department's evidence room, blood was spilled not once but twice. But how? One time was captured on the tape taken by the security camera. Mr. Meekins cut his hand, from which a trivial amount of blood fell. Problem is, other time. Yeah, we don't see the floor, isn't that? Someone bled prior to the struggle shown on the stage. Had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered.
Objection!
That's ridiculous. I refuse to accept your absurd claim. Can't just make them weird. That's ridiculous. I refuse to accept your absurd claim.
Objection!
Murder portrayed in the security tape has been proven to be a fake. However, it does not explain the blood mark found on the locker.
Objection!
So then, assuming this murder you preferred really happened. When did it take place? When you show evidence that proves when it occurred. When did the first incident? Summarize the defense claim. Prior to Officer Meekins being cut by Jake Marshall, was posing as Detective Goodman, another incident based on that evidence. That's right, the blood mark on the locker proof. Well, then tell us. When did this first incident occur? As Mr. Edgeworth said, proof must be present. That shows when the murder took place. Only one piece of evidence that can show that. Then, will the defense present its evidence? What shows when the first crime took place? Oh yeah, definitely.
Take that!
The crime took place inside the evidence room and the killer would have had to enter it. In order to do so, an ID card would have been required. ID card. Oh, the ID card record. Mr. Meekins bought the blue badger panel in the evidence room at, let's see here, 4:50 p.m. The crime took place before that time, then it would 4:40 p.m. Miles Edgeworth. It's not Miles Edgeworth. It's before that, bro. Just what have you done? Never would have figured you had the nerve, boy. Drop the act, witness. Doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out he couldn't have been. Nope, I ain't getting it. I'm afraid I don't understand either. Clear from the luminol test that blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood. I mean, blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murder. I would have had just 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away, and clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible. Also, I would have shoved him in my own car to then have it found out, like that would mean the crime must have taken place before Mr. Edgeworth entered the evidence room. Let's look at the chart again. Conveniently, there's a whole other number there. That's lucky 77s. Only one other card number remaining. 77. I'm gonna talk about a lucky number. But wait, that doesn't make sense. How could Detective Goodman have entered the evidence room? There's no record of his card being used beforehand. Must have entered along with the real murderer. That's the only plausible explanation. Went in with 77s. Mr. Edgeworth, please look into this ASAP. Find out whose ID number is 77777777. That's 172, maybe, Your Honor. Okay, I was thinking. Fortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of that ID card. At least at present. What? Explain yourself, son. The ID number 77 belongs to someone with a rank of captain or higher. Someone who is a so-called executive officer. You don't have the authority to inquire into such a person's identity.
Objection!
That's ridiculous. Just how... I'm not finished talking, right? There is one situation in which we can grant such authority. An official charge filed against an official charge. You're all alike, aren't you? You cover up forgeries. That's how the prosecutor's office operates.
Objection!
Take pride in my work, Officer Marshall. I would appreciate it if you kept your slender tune. Slender, is it? Okay. Let me ask you a question. Yes? No, not to you. Her, the defendant sitting over there. Your own little executive. Anna?
Objection!
Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. Of course, we've looked up her ID number, and it's not 77. Don't blame me for a fool, partner. That's not what I want to ask. All I want to know is one thing about that incident. The SL9 incident? Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. That trial 2 years ago really only used Hey Lana, what's up? Why do you want to be charged with murder so bad? I mean, what are you covering? What's up? You need a witness to repeat his question, Chief Prosecutor. I heard him fine, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for that trial. At the time, occasionally we felt the powerlessness of the law. At least I did. Hannah. I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law. But before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law. Defendant, just what are you saying? I'll ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. We had trial 2 years ago. Really present all the evidence. You looked me, an investigator in that crime, in the eye and say that you prosecutor did it. I don't have to, Officer Marshall. Why won't you answer him? Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to, in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. But Lana, even if it involved forging evidence, damn. What did you do? Lana, did you need to get up on the witness stand to answer? See, that's what I'm talking about. No. No. Order, 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 order. Lana's remarks caused searches. Chaos in the courtroom could not be compelled. The conclusion of the trial would have to wait until the following day. But aren't we on day 3 already? We're going over time with the okay. Or maybe day 1 will not have the court. I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright. Sorry for what my sister said. Drastic crimes require drastic measures. But we had to order for him to get convicted. I didn't. I never knew that the SL9 was just another name for Joe Dark killings. Sounds like everyone's heard about these killings but me. And I wanted Dark convicted so bad. That's why she used what happened to me. What do you mean what happened to you? Flashbacks to 40 seconds ago. Yeah. All there in the file. Joe Dark's last victim was prosecutor Neil Marshall. He murdered Officer Marshall's brother, left behind an incriminating piece of evidence. What did you have to do with those killings, Emma? Night prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. Joe Dark tried to kill me. What? He tried to kill you? Mr. Marshall's brother Neil was only trying to save. Hi Lynn, how are you doing? That means you was a witness in the Dark trial. I didn't see that one coming. It happened 2 years ago. It was right about this time of the. It was a terrible thunderstorm that day. Unusual. I was alone in my sister's office. We were planning to eat together once she finished her. Then suddenly, terrifying man bursting into the office. Like he was running from someone. He pulled out a knife and swung at me. I didn't know what was going on. Just then, Prosecutor Marshall showed up. Takes Marshall's. Joe Dark tried to take me hostage. Before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled me. Then, what happened? I'll never forget it. Lightning struck and the lights went out. A bolt of lightning flashed outside the window, lighting up the office. What I saw then burned a permanent picture in my mind. I can still see it now. Permanent picture. I don't remember the moment when Dark stabbed Mr. Weren't able to testify about that. No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. That must be why she made up the crime. Made it up? He provided bogus evidence. The prosecutor's office wanted that guilty verdict so badly. Lana forged the evidence and Mr. Edgeworth. Edgeworth? Yes, but I'm sure he didn't know anything about it. He couldn't have known it was impulsive. Even so, that's when it all started. First about Mr. Edgeworth, I mean. All my fault. If I could have just testified properly, none of this would have happened. True, even though I may not have known it, Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence. After that case ended, Lana was never. She became cold like she is. Must not have been able to face up to it. Officially then. What did you see in the end? That crime of yours? Dark knocked down Mr. Marshall and raised his. Mr. Marshall was stabbed right in front of him. I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently I passed out. When I came to, Lana was cradling me. Poor Emma. Intrusive. I couldn't bring myself to testify about that incident. Like alone. Everybody left. Everybody went home. Was doing good, was surprised to see Art Patreon work in web preview, but yeah, it's Ace Attorney how it should be. Yeah, I forgot to change before I started this one. It's been a long day. I tried, but the words just wouldn't come out. A picture, but it wasn't any. Years ago, you must have been 14. That's under. Once it was all over, I made up my mind. I decided that when I grow up, I'll become a scientific investigator. I want to be able to fight crime with my testimony. Find the evidence, airtight case. That way, Lana would never have to forge any. I think I'm finally starting to understand what makes Emma tick. There's still something that bothers me about that crime. I'll rest after a long day. Yeah, this is me resting right now. Playing games. I'll down from the week. Something that's buzzing. What is it? You said you were in Lana's office at the time, right? That's right. Why then would a serial killer come running in there? Not only that, but he was being chased by a prosecutor. Well, there's no mystery here. Joe Dark had been taken in questioning them. Taking him for questioning, you mean by the police? Of course. Happened at the police department. He tried to run away halfway through the interview. Heading to my sister's office. Why did he run all the way over to your sister's office? There's a detective office. The questioning room are right across from the elevator. Lana was the chief prosecutor. No, silly, didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective. Was the best in the entire force. What? That's news to me. After the Joe Dark case, was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor. Lana used to be a detective. Good game, have fun. Take care, return in bed and was okay. Bye bye, thanks for dropping by. Well, I'd better have another talk with her. Wouldn't it be nice if like our defendants were ever talk to us? Lana, right? Seems I keep causing you trouble. Yeah, maybe like not a very diet. Falsifying evidence. I didn't think you were the type. Criminals don't mind playing foul. Why should we? But Lana, if you're wrong, an innocent person might be found guilty. Believe me, I understand the risk. Lana, I told me about you. Oh? About how you were a detective 2 years ago. And how the SL9 incident was the reason you transferred to the prosecutor's office. That's right. Fill me in on the details, especially about the unusual jobs. Suppose you have a right to know, Mr. Wright. Oh my god, guys, on day 3, we are finally going to learn about our stupid client. A lot of revelations were uncovered at the trial today, not the least of which was the fact that this case is largely connected to another one 2 years ago. Evidence from that case was stolen as well, though I expected as much. So how obsessive Officer Marshall can be. That trial, it really wasn't fair, was it? I believed in you, Lana. Believed that no matter what happened, you'd always stick to the... I couldn't be helped, Emma. That trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul. Well, all drama aside, the fact of the matter is, 5:50, there was no murder at the police department. Tell me it's not true, Lana. What the witness, Tar, said. Are you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife? About you stabbing Mr. Knife. Lana, I don't understand. Why won't you tell us? Huh? Doesn't involve just... I don't think I've ever seen Lana look so faced. I was a member of the police years ago. She was amazing. They'll talk about all the cases she and Chief Gant cracked together. That was the deputy chief of police back then. Still worked the crime scene. Damon Gant was everything I aspired to be. Best team ever. They solved crimes before the reports could even be filled. I really idolize this. But now you're chief prosecutor. What happened? I always planned on becoming a prosecutor when I became a detective. gain experience investigating crime scenes. That experience in court, right? Gant's help in the SL9 case was crucial to his investigation. After that, he became police, transferred to the prosecutor's office. I should ask more about this. Years ago, I was second in command of the detectives department. Second in command? That means investigation lead, Tim and Gant, right? Yes. Gant and I share office. That had the same office. Led a team of the best detectives on the force. Detective Goodman, whose case it was, Jake Marshall, was the first time Marshall worked with his was quite gung-ho. Without a doubt, Joe Dark was the asked him to come in for questioning, desperate for evidence. That was when his final murder took tried to murder Emma. Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save him from Dark. He, the first person who happened of the crime, was me. Now you tell. Tim and Gant and Neil Marshall once questioning Dark that day. The investigation was in the final stage. Dark must have had it. So he waited until Gant and Marshall let their guards down. There, he went straight to the office shared by Deputy Gant and myself. That's where he found me. For the first person, Nana? It appears so. I was filing some papers while Gant and Marshall were questioning Dark. When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and well, that's a crime scene. Bodies. Prosecutor Marshall, victim Emma, who had passed out. The suspect Joe. The struggle is Mr. Marshall struck a final blow. Joe Dark had incurred a minor concussion and concussion. To be honest, I panicked. Picked up Emma and carried her out of the room and held her. Can't blame her after all her sister must have gone through. Then, the place dark under get early. Let me get this straight. We're all involved in the right? Quite a coincidence. I don't buy it. What are you saying? There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident. Just by chance. That case was solved 2 years. One person went to explain that lady. For Marshall, yes, his action tries to. Ever since his brother died, he wasn't convinced with the ruling against Joe Dark. Life doesn't end with everyone has to live the rest of their lives with. That case just might not be over. Emma was assaulted by Dark at the police department, right? Yes, in the office that Tim and Gant and I share. The office that Mr. Gant now occupies by himself, the chief office. You should have a look at the chief office. Like, final SL. Hey, Lana, real quick. What do you take? Attorneys and prosecutors have no business shipping evidence outside. Okay. Fair. Taboo, especially when the interests of both parties are involved. Sure is a good thing that I never do that ever. Really means it. Lana. So weird how she talks about this case like she's not involved, like, buggy. Talks about it like it's none of her business. Don't see Detective Gumshoe in here. Kinda quiet around here. Right? Chief of Detectives seems. Why don't we go look for some other people to talk to? Right. Can't come back here. That man must be the Chief of Detectives. Staring at the screen so hard in my shadow. What? Your case may have been fabricated. That's what I thought all along. Never bothered to tell anyone. Now there's a guy who cares about his work. That must be one of the detectives. Mumbling something to him. That's it. He'll then use time machine. Very clever indeed. That would explain the alibi. Future might not be so far away after all. Not writing a report, he's writing a note. Started detectives, there are computers and files on each company, they're a lot tighter than the detectives. They'll spend a lot of time with it. Don't also understand how we get inside the building before we get to the end. Whatever. Howdy, Bambina. Oh, Mr. Marshall. Never thought things would turn out this way when I woke up this morning. Guess sera. Never know where life will lead. Hey, yeah. I should have known my luck had run out when Billy dried up this. Billy? Get his pet cactus. Say, where are you headed? Just over to the prosecutor's office for a little interview. The volunteer clearance, although I won't be back. Sorry, but you can't go in the evidence room, partner. Marshall, why did you do it? Why do prospectors head west? If ever there was a case I needed to know about, it was that one. Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, do you mind telling us exactly what happened? Looks like I won't be getting a steak lunch today. That's fishy about that trail from the... It wasn't just me. All the detectives thought so. Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with evidence. For example, the murder weapon. Murder weapon? That switchblade knife with... That was Joe Dark's, right? But, initial autopsy report. Question. weight of the knife was not a perfect match with... What does that mean? It means there is a good chance that knife was not the murder. However, in the report that was finally submitted, that possibility facts have been dealt with. The case left behind scars on all the scars that SL9 left behind. I got the looks, but he got the brain. He was one of the best prosecutors. I had just made detective when he went. It was our first case together. How old was his brother? He was 27 at the time. He was awarded the highest honor the highest honor? The King of Prosecutors. I knew it. What are you looking at me like that for? That's an honor for a prosecutor. The marshal must have really knows what they the SLIS face that wasn't a state day. Right, it was the day of the evidence. Interest. It was drizzling that morning, and by nightfall there was I believe 2 years have gone by already. Tried to steal the evidence so the case wouldn't die. Apparently someone tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was... Evidence locker was... What a crazy day. Something going on behind the scenes in that case. I'll do that later. Every detective involved in that investigation, save one, was taking... R was fired, and I was demoted and boxed away in it. What about Detective Goodman? Did something to him too, the commissioners would... No, they were careful enough to not be too obvious. Hey, what are you talking about? Don't get upset, Bambina. In Damon Gant, Anna Sky. Investigation lead Damon Gant and his incoming Lanaska. Wasn't a person on the force who hadn't heard of it. That case was the biggest step in their career. So the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right? Yeah. Damon Gant, the new chief of police, arranged for that to happen. Never been the same since. Everyone first said the prosecutor's guy was totally different when she was convicted. Now that you mention it, Emma said something like that too. Tell me, what happened to my sister? Sorry, Bambina, but her secret is too well guarded. I never found out. A secret. All started to you. She killed him herself. Like, the position of the body, it kind of seemed like somebody else stabbed the guy. Peter murdered. That's why she wants to. Where's Anne? Like him. There you have it. That's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner? It was certainly enlightening. There's one thing for sure I found out in court. Boy, Edgeworth isn't my enemy. Was the one who used falsified evidence to get a guilty verdict. Someone else was the one who gave him that evidence. Someone is Damon again. Believe me? Well, I don't blame you. I won't even be a patron after two. But I won't be around to work. Become a real scientific. Aw. Just Bambina. Once here, not even Mrs. Brown's probably busy. What exactly went down in the must be where detectives for today that on the day of the crime, one was murdered in the evidence room 550. Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headway in our case. But instead, it looks like we just ended up making Lana look even more guilty. Hang in there, Lana. Got to find all the answers by tomorrow. Mr. Edgeworth isn't. Maybe he's being questioned by an inquiry committee. He took a real beating in court today. Yeah, with Lana admitting to falsifying evidence. Guess we'll have to come back later. The place is always pretty empty, but it is. That must mean everyone's busy solving crimes. Well, if you're looking for the others, they're all in the conference room. Thanks. Wow, he actually talked to us. The chief prosecutor saying that she did what she did and about what to do. About Mr. Edgeworth, not to mention our statement to the media in tomorrow's trial. More chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together. I think festive is the word that you... Sir? I'd like to have a look around Chief Gant's office. Just use the connecting hallway to the other building elevator up to the... Really? You mean it's okay for us to go in there? I mean, we aren't police officers. Hey, you're right, you can't go in there, it's off limits. Now I see where Detective Gumshoe gets charm. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's head to the chief's office. Got the organ team. He has a whole ass organ in his office. What the hell? Oh shit, we are the Gant's office part. Yeah, hi bestie. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you. I have a feeling. Okay, so like, saw how the bodies were found. How like Lana supposedly found, her sister. Sorry, I got distracted by the amazing circus. That's fine. So like, you know, the way they showed us they found the bodies is really sus. Just like, well, Dark is like mysteriously unconscious, and Marshall's brother on top of him with a knife in his back, and the knife doesn't match and all that stuff. And I don't know. It's starting to look like the reason Lana did that she did the murder and she was absolutely invested in this case is because she did some shit in the other one, and you know, like she just wants to get the penalty that she deserves now, or like feels bad about it because like she's changed her whole personality. Anyway, so I think she actually committed the murder, like the last Joe Dark murder with her, and she and like Damon get covered up. That's where I'm headed right now. It's also sus that like Marshall kept digging into this, even though supposedly the murderer got the verdict they wanted. Anyway, this guy has a whole ass organ in his office. That's cool. Whoa, where am I? The chief's office soon. At least that's what it said on the door. Check out that pipe organ. That's real, isn't it? Hey, I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten. They used to call me Little Miss Pack. Hi, Anne. How do you feel about the story? I thought I was a genius until they tried teaching. I never could remember worse. Why would you play that? Oh, it's you two. Chief Gant. There's gotta be a reason why his name is. I think he's sus too. Also, you know, like Lana was completely like out of sorts. I don't know. I think for why if you have a whole ass organ in it, right? How does it fit in there? I have a friend on me now. I stole her. She was looking at. For steaming purposes. AKA, pet the kitty while you talk. Girl C is the only note you need to find on the piano to know what the other notes are. But that paper he was reading in. So, Righto, have you been swimming lately? What is he by that? No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy. I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full too. Marshall's thunder. Wait, he has pink glasses just like Sky. That Sky, Emma. And we know those are luminal glasses, so is he just walking around also wearing luminal glasses? Also, I think your voice is a smidge quiet compared to the music. Thank you. Is this better? Hey, where are you going? Saw my pastry. In here, I'll fit you. Anna's provocative statement. Provocative statement. Oh, you mean about the forged evidence? The years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies. Thanks for telling me. See that big picture on the wall over there? My messages seem way delayed, but that's okay. Oh hey, that's the vase. I have that in my pockets. I glued it back together like... That's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me. This is Mr. Marshall's brother, Prosecutor Neil Marshall. You get to commemorate or work together. Hey, the sword is gone. Uh-oh. What does it mean? Something's not right with this picture. Can't quite seem to put my finger on it though. Way ahead of you. Uh-oh, I wonder what happened to it. Jan's team picture added to the court record. Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. I'm going to lock up here, so let's go out together. Oh. This office, it was a crime scene, wasn't it? That case has long since been over. No need to investigate it anymore. All the same, we'd still like to have a look around. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore. His beard matches his organ. Likes that thing so much he has it in his office and shaped his facial hair. Match it. And you know, has it in his stuff. Now hurry up and get out. I have a meeting to attend. Looks like we aren't welcome. Seems that case isn't over with yet after all. Maybe if you hadn't pressed on the organ, we could have looked around a bit. What do you mean? Chief can't deny our request to search the crime scene. That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us looking around in there. Like a clue? Got to be a way we can get inside the chief's office. I made you laugh, so I'm gonna assume that I said something that made you realize something. So even though you probably know this game by heart, still made you notice something. So I feel. I'm guessing it's the facial hair thing. Big fan of organs. Like instrument nut. But who knows, he may be afraid of that too. Got to be a way we can inside the chief's office. Hey, where's our bestie? I'm trying to get on my desk. Hey, Paul. Detective Gumshoe, aren't you supposed to be? I'm just taking a break. My feet. From sitting so long? Actually, from serving everyone coffee. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe's still out of the loop. I never thought about Ken's hair being like the organ. It's so funny now. You're welcome. Or I'm sorry. I'm not sure. Hey, bestie, the only cop I can trust. Yes, especially because he's... Ooh. This you, baby. Especially because he was like, don't trust the cops. Wait, I know what that means now. Hey, have either of you seen Mr. Edgeworth? Edgeworth? No. Why do you ask? He's under fire from both the police department and the prosecutor's office. It's almost like the battles between court. That sounds serious. Is it because of what my sister said? That's basically what it all boils down to. Falsified evidence 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth has the whole world after his... You heard the sneeze? That was my cat. He had a sneeze. It's cold today. Yikes. Wrong button. Why would Edgeworth be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence. Lanaska is the guilty party here. Regardless, the prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they presented. Not only that, but as you know, there have been lots of rumors about Edgeworth. Amazing talent as a prosecutor kept him safe from those who don't like him. But now with this, also you know his losing streak. Us. There are really so many people who hate him. Our world, only those with talent rise to the top. Mr. Edgeworth no has that. But he's young. There's no better recipe I know for making. Hey Dick, keep up the good work. Yes sir. Let's go out for lunch again sometime, my treat. Yes sir. Gotta take me back to that joint sometime, okay Dick? Yes sir. Seems you don't have any problems with it. Yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick. Oh my gosh, she is... My cat is just like cuddling so hardcore, my... I was like, why am I thinking it? Does he know? It doesn't matter if he didn't know. It was fortunate. Buckaroo only matters if that presented it. Yeah. Kind of his job to look at that close. Yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick. Oh, uh-oh. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him. Under all this pressure, I'm afraid Mr. Edgeworth just might crack. That's already happened. He already had his crash out. I want horror cat cuddle. Come over. What? I like having a cat on me and like petting and scratching him when I'm doing. Whenever I had to do like video call therapy, have a cat on me. That meant the entire time. Actually, I took a look at the file earlier while the coffee was genuinely concerned for it. Well, didn't find out anything. The only evidence Dark left behind was during the final attack. Final attack, you mean? When he killed Prosecutor Marshall, who was trying to protect some girl. Seems Detective Gumshoe never realized Emma was the... When he left the most incriminating evidence of all. Well, what was it? Oh, let's see. I think it has something to do with the murder weapon. Oh, I forget. Look, it's all written somewhere there, okay? Powers of recollection never fail to... Maybe we should show him the murder weapon. Might jog his man. Goldark was 42 at the time of the crime. He was just your run-of-the-mill businessman. What made him take to serial killing? One day on his way home from work, he hit someone with his car. So it was an accident? Accident, yes, but it transformed him into an animal. Animal. He killed the man that witnessed the accident. Then he killed the lady who saw what back she said, so he killed him to the... Oh my god. Jugger came up on the scene and killed as well. Finally, he turned himself in. Killed everybody there. Seems he was a pretty careless animal. Of course, this is all conjecture. There wasn't a single shred of it. So he turned himself in. Yes, but in the middle of his questioning, Ned murdered his final victim. Wait, if it all happened all at once, why were they so desperate? I thought he was like a cunning serial murderer that kept getting away. Prosecutor Marshall. That crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily, Dark was arrested on the spot. The good thing that last witness wasn't killed. That last witness? Okay, Emma. Actually, Anna is also... Hit someone with his car, you say? Wait, is that relevant? And I have to take all this now. You highlighted it. It has some... Maybe I'm supposed to know that. Wait. I guess there was the car in this case too. Or... hit someone with his car, then got out and stabbed a bunch of people. Yeah, this isn't serial murder, it's just a mass killing. Yeah. What's going on here? About this. Hey, is that? Has that attached to it with label SL9 inside? I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of? What are you doing with that? Ever since that case was closed, that knife's been locked away in the locker. Yeah, why do you just walk around? Also, you think the car itself would be, right? The detective Goodman was murdered. He suddenly disappeared from the locker and was found in Mr. Edgeworth's car muffler. Just drove with it like that, by the way. That's it. Now I remember what incriminating piece of evidence was. When you showed me that knife, it all came back to me. Well, what is it, detective? Quick, before you forget again. Knife. Was Joe Dark's foot. That's right. Traced it back to the store he bought it at, thus had his fingerprints. No one actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone, right? That's where his luck ran out. Take a good look at the knife. It's broken. You don't have to take a good look to notice that. Yeah, well, anyway. Take a guess where the broken off tip of the knife was found. That's what did him in. Where was it? Victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body. Was found deep inside the stab wound. Match Dark's knife. Bet, down to the last fiber. That's pretty conclusive. Neil's autopsy. Stabbed in back, died from puncture of heart and knife tip. Is the falsified evidence? It was found in the victim's body below. Well, there you have it in a nutshell. That's all I know. Can I ask you one more thing? What is it? If it's money you need, you should ask Chief Gaunt. Not money, but it does concern the chief. His office is a crime scene, where prosecutor Neil Marshall was. Chief's out now and his office is locked. But we'd like to have a look around if that's okay. Well, any detective's ID card can unlock the door. What? Really? But if I let a civilian in there, I'll be charged with breach of trust. Trust? Good, I can't. Oh. Sorry, Paul. I don't plan on getting fired because of you. How about this ID card? It was Detective Goodman's. Don't show it! Stop showing it! I'm gonna do it. That won't work either. Data was deleted the day he died. Oh. In other words, Gumshoe is our only chance of getting into that office. Wonder if there's something we could show him that would make him change. Of this Neil Marshall to Evan Mail. February 19, 10 p.m. in Center D. Stabwood, Martin Law. And died from blood loss and weapon was found in wound. Evidence number 11 though. What did it have to do? He said something different. Ah well. His lung was pierced. He died in under 10 minutes. I'm just saying. I messed up. We go back. Talk about this. I've been studying up on those files. There's nothing wrong with Mr. Edgeworth's presentation. I think people are accusing him of injustice. I, for one, ain't buying it, Paul. You're looking into the case for Mr. Edgeworth? Yeah, it was a pretty big deal while it was going on, you know. After all, the serial killer was on. Lana was pretty clear on her confession. You forged evidence in order to prove Bart and Phil are guilty. Edgeworth's big fan. I can't believe Officer Marshall would do something like that. No, Officer Marshall? Wait, can I get a quick rundown of what you did before going to Gant's office that first time, aka when I got here? I don't remember, I'm sorry. I'm still going around checking him. Of course I do, he was like a mentor to me. I forgot. I talked to people. We talked to Lana and found out about the case. And then we talked to Marshall before he turned himself in, and we went to Chief Gant's office, got kicked out, and now we're talking to him. I think that's it. I was asking for a reason. Okay. When I first started out, he gave me a small cactus. Really? He said, Dick, you should listen to all your troubles. Notice, Detective Gumshoe talks to a cactus. Hard to believe he's just a patrolman now, someone out of trade places. What? Why are you looking at me like that? About that jar, I think I've seen it somewhere. Maybe it's one of those memories people have from previous lives. Yes, it is supposed to be so. Why is it shaped like this? Like this? It looks like a uterus, I'm sorry. Maybe it's one of those memories people have from previous lives. Why is it shaped like that genuinely? This must be the most uninformative detective I've ever met. Thinking about it makes me feel uneasy. It's like I'm in the chief's office and yelling at me. Is this implying that we're just carrying this huge thing around with us? Where are we, like... Chief Gant? Where could I have seen that before? Don't want to look at it, but I have the answer. No locker can be opened without a fingerprint match. Besides, there's no reason for the murderer to touch his own locker. Hey, wasn't your locker the one with the blood on it, detective? Handprint of the real murderer's gloved hand. Without any fingerprint. Shh. They come to arrest me, you'll defend me, won't you? If that happens, I think you'll do better pleading with Edgeworth. Oh, a lost item report, huh? Very impressive, detective. You knew what it was right off the bat. The evidence is kept in truth. I am immediately reminding people of that. Oh boy. I've not met truth yet, so I don't know that. Well, I am a master of misplacement. Master, that has such a cool ring to it. The way I see it, if things are meant to be lost, then they're meant to be lost. There's a higher power at work here. Wow, a higher power. Maybe I shouldn't let Emma hold any. Okay, that powder is used for detecting fingerprints. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth gave it to him. What? All I have is some flour. Are you okay, detective? Quick, run! Achoo! Oh no. It's any help. One time I took a nap on the bench with wet paint. Why am I not comforted? I thought it was like he was gonna sneak the powder all over something and the fingerprint was gonna be relevant. For a second. That's the ID card record. Yes, there's only one number left to investigate at 4:20 p.m. Victim, Detective Goodman, must have entered the evidence room along with someone else. I'm telling you, it's probably Ken. Funniest way to reveal important information if that were the case, right? Anything's possible, I would believe. Someone with an executive office number. 777 17 too many. Executive officer. I might just have a. I wonder if you think they were like Japanese. The 7 is Nana, one of the reasons, right? Executive officer. I might have a hunch. I just might have a hunch. They had to have for the Japanese, it's obvious, yeah. Hey, I just bought some of that stuff. Now I can go around detecting blood traces too. Wow, is that a new type? I've never seen that bottle before. And 3 inches to your face height. At 3. Face height. Hey, let me see that. Blumenthal, new and improved growth formula. I mean, this can't detect any blood traces. Well, not quite the same thing as oh. So that's why the lady at the counter had that smirk on her face. What? I'm so confused. What was that? Oh god, what? Right? What? That was a bad joke game, right? Hey. How about this? Hey, is that? Oh, I already showed this. I was, lost into thinking. Let me share a little, okay. That's the photo that Mrs. Starr took. Anything you can tell us about it? That's Mrs. Starr is quite the lady. Why I remember it was winter, I was sick. That's the only one who ever got me to talk about what happened. I mean, that's how old I am now. I wonder what happened. Wonder if Detective Gumshoe wore a trench coat in high school too. And you're not gonna tell us what happened when you did that. Extra kind of friend. I almost made us lose the case today. What are you talking about? He was guarding the bloodstain on that evidence locker with his life. That's more than you can say about most officers nowadays. Oh my god. Okay, bro. That line never gets expanded upon and it drives every Gumshoe fan mad. Oh no, that's terrible. I love that. That's terrible. It would have saved us a lot of trouble if it hadn't guarded itself. I have to admit, he's right though. Thanks to the Blue Badger, we were able to prove another possibility. Possibility that another murder took place prior to 5:50. Mom and Mr. Edgeworth's car stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do so? Wait, I mean, sure, of course, someone else really. Someone who must have a grudge against Edgeworth. Okay, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got the other day. The award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, Paul. I got an award for diligence myself. Congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently, he's forgotten. Detective, here's my attorney's badge. Show this to me every time we meet. Real men show their police badge. Enough said. Wish I had a badge. Even an ID card would be. ID card. Good man, you can do about anything. Card in a secret numbers. It's only scary because you keep dropping your card to take. Get my secret number a lot to get rid of myself. But I'm me after all. What could be wrong with that? I think I'll stay out of this. Also. On this, she says an ID card would be nice, but she literally has one right here. She's wearing one. Oh. I'm gonna respond to it. So difficult. I'm telling you, she did something awful. She's trying to be found guilty to make up for it. My headcanon is that ID card is fake. She made it herself. I love that for her. I agree. Wonder if Edgeworth is back yet. There he is. Looks like he's writing something. What are you doing here? Can't a guy meet his boyfriend for lunch? Sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor. Looks very clickable. Something in court, huh? Had to live the past 2 years with rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me? Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm rooting for you. Edgeworth for you? Always trying to hide his real feelings. Okay, this was the reasons, because when I played this case, I went to Edgeworth first. So what do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day. I take care. Was being questioned. No excuse for what I've done. So I use false evidence to guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to, and nothing I do is that fact. Didn't know, did you? I mean, that the evidence was falsified. The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. Police department's error is my error, my responsibility as a prosecutor. That fact remains the same no matter what excuse I might have. Mr. Edgeworth, I take pride in my work. Tell me why. Why has it all come to even Edgeworth can kind of up? Go for the trial tomorrow? First, last year's trial, and now this one. All you do is worry about it. To be honest, getting on my nerves. Mr. Edgeworth, you can just walk out on the trial. Tomorrow's the last day. Late to change prosecutor. That's what my superiors are banking. Never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this. What do you mean? List of evidence. Seems too most lists run twice as long. Only half as long as most lists, that is. After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. May not have been part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time. Hey, we just saw a picture taken around that time. That picture. Something about it. Tell us again about what happened that day Detective Goodman was. Those two lines are Edgeworth summarized action. Yeah. We're participating in a ceremony over at the station, right? Never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend. Because you were awarded this? Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out on this. Finished up at the office in the morning and then drove over to the apartment. Finished up at the office? Yes, just odds and lyrical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that is, until I was asked to take something back. That is... Take something back? This... Oh yeah, Chief can't ask you to hold on to that. Yes, it was a piece of evidence in a case that was closed half a year. Asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office. That's the story you heard yesterday. We came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to. Right? Wait. Us. Us? I mean, when he told the story originally, I already thought it was... like... Picture was hanging on the wall in Chief Gant's office. He just take the picture, took it off the wall. Fun fact, people theorize that the screwdriver is the one sticking out of April May's drawer in Turnabout system. Oh, I love that actually. Prosecutor Neil Marshall had just started making it. Looks like this was taken when he was being a prosecutor. Yeah, there's something that bothers me. Yes? The trophy Mr. Marshall is holding is a little different. Yes, you're right. I remember now. Remember what? That was when the official prosecutor, like, still 2 years. Oh, you say. There's a story behind its design. Story. Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it to us? Simple, really. A tradition, that's what the award's based on. The word originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with two characters. The first means Albert, and the second means. Have you heard this story? Me? Oh, sure. Everyone knows that. Why don't you tell it though? For Emma's sake. Very well. Long ago in the kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant. One day, he presented the king with two items. The first was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could bend any weapon. Wait a minute.
Objection!
Claims contradict each other. Very perceptive. But then again, you've heard this story before, right? Right? As you mentioned, the very descriptions of items discredit them. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless. Thus, the Chinese word for contradiction was born. I see, so the chipped shield and broken knife symbolize. Precisely so, they symbolize the merchant's item. Ancient tale ends merchant at a lust for work. But it's in our nature to pursue matters to their even if it results in something as ugly. He hates it. Wow, thanks Mr. Edgeworth, I learned something new. And then everyone clapped. That's funny. That's so, then why were you only given the shield? I have to ask Chief how the Albert part of the convertible. Don't attack anymore. Only defend. Only protect. Right, please. Prosecutor. Don't expect me to say that's the case with you. Cup of tea. Pass on the tea. Tell me about the case. You're right. Your Edgeworth just told you no in a very stylish manner. What are you on anyway? Maybe if I just show him my best evidence, I can action out. Should have a skip button whenever I'm like, okay. This isn't related to the case, remember you said so yourself. I did. Chief Gunn gave this to you that day, didn't he? Asked you to bring it here to the department. Chief is very competent. Sometimes he does things that don't make any sense. It's better than being incompetent and doing. Certain detective comes to mind. Seems everything in this case is designed to cast doubt on me. Hey, don't look at me. Yes, I went into the evidence on the day of the crime. You've got asked me to do something. Take evidence from the case of 6 months ago back to the prosecutor's office. Is this when they shoved the body in your car? Have a locker in there as well. Notice anything I missed while you were in the... The room's always dark and I wasn't anything out of the ordinary. Oh. Up. Excuse me. Would either of you care for a £1/4 of roast beef? Oh? That looks raw. That looks uncooked. Why would you give this to me? What is wrong with you? Forgot about the paper that was baking. Dang it! Can I go back? God, I hope I can go back. I haven't saved. Either of you care for a £1/4 of roast? For my defense, I got distracted by Edgeworth himself. The star, I guess she's out of lunches. Certainly are the curious sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow's nipple to discover milk. Why would you say that? Why? What? What? Still, I never thought you'd go digging up that case from 2 years ago. Everyone in this trial was involved in the SL9 incident. Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very last day the evidence the case was due for transfer. Can't be all the truth. Aren't you forgetting something? You know, that little scene I happened to witness? The instant Lana stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw. Beef is meant to be savored when eaten. Beef is not roasted, it's clearly raw. Bright red. Star's hatred towards Lana. All dates back to 2 years ago. Sorry, hold on, be right back. Thanks for reminding me, by the way. Something's wrong with her, right? I wonder what he was writing before. Come on, Mr. Wright, let's take a look. Are you crazy? Edgeworth is sitting right there. Just distract him, I'll check it out. Hey, Edgeworth. That detective gumshoe out the window there. Oh no, he's falling to the ground. Hold on. First, let me see what the girl's doing crawling around my feet. Didn't even look. What letter of... You're having trouble reading? I'll read it for you. It says letter of resignation. Oh my god, okay, but like, they did a reference to this before I even looked at it. That's... Sorry, Angel, I know the sad music started playing, however. Resignation? Edgeworth, you don't mean. I'm tired, right? I feel as if something inside me has died. Mr. Edgeworth, none of it is your fault. I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been a just one. Forgive myself for what I've done. No one else should forgive me. Uh-oh. I think he's serious. Right, please, you have to do something. Letter of resignation. I wonder if I can use it for anything. What? Edgeworth discarded letter of resignation. I show it to him. Oh, yeah, sure, I'll look at it. Due to recent events, I hereby announce my resignation as public prosecutor. Billy wrote a resignation letter. Wow, even when resigning, Mr. Edgeworth is concise. Still, it wasn't his fault. Someone had to be held responsible. That's how it is. Yeah, but that responsibility means nothing if he just quits. Well, not everyone sees it that way. To fully take responsibility, you should have to work the rest of your life for no pay. Damn. That's brutal. That's one tough grown-up world out there. Yeah, I'm sorry, I know it's like M-I-L for Miles Edgeworth. I've been on Reddit much, this is just mother-in-law to me. Alright, I'm back. Joe Dark, that's a name I'll not forget. Mother-in-law is resigning from being a mom. So true. Trailed him for half a year. Oh, the pressure. Still, I don't think I was ever more alive than I was. Those days were steamier, but great. Poor old Jake Marshall, though, must have been going well. I mean, because of his brother's death? They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took him upset. Jake like that made her all the more desperate. Her? Lana Skye. My sister. Best of the best were put on that SL9 case. Of course, they were led by that legendary duo. Lana and Chief Gant. That legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up, or that's why we were so shocked over how it turned out. I mean, with the forging of the evidence. Don't get me wrong, Joe Dark got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence produced manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear, while other items don't have proof anything illegal was done. I'm proof enough of what happened. After that case, all of us save Goodman were relieved of our duty. Most without even so much as an. Then Lana Skye transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor. Lana always wanted to be a prosecutor. I think it's quite as simple as it appears. Huh? Lana Skye was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter. Was being Damon Gant and Lana Skye. Gant led the investigation with Lana second in command. They were the best. Of all kinds of cases together, didn't Damon Gant's magnetism in particular was magnetism. By that I mean his ability to attract evidence. Produce the most incredible evidence in the cases he handled. Incredible evidence. Oh yes, there were rumors about him even back then. No one dare confront him though. I take it she's talking about forged evidence. Back then, everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her. Really? Oh yes, myself included. I was a fool. They did anything crooked and always watched out for the other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake. Mr. Marshall. Jake's brother was murdered. She felt as if she had lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would have recovered from it. That's what makes it all the more infuriating. That's why I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she have to turn so cold after that? Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office too. Thanks to Grant's Gant's powerful right? Having solved his time case. Only one thing left for him to control. There, no one could stand in his prosecutor's office. What? That's why Lana was transferred? He could control the chief prosecutor. Well, the prosecutor. That must have been his goal all along. So how could he control Lana? Cause she did something bad. Blackmail. I don't know, but one thing's for sure. Ever since that case ended, she's never been the same. Only logical to conclude, it must have been a reason for her to past. Finally getting close to the bottom of the ugly man. Listen to me, rookie. It takes more than just a chance to create fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef. You're an actual chef now, so I don't know if I would use that expression if I were you. You did just try to hand me a piece of uncooked meat. Hi Chu, how are you doing? Lana really is the fumbler of all time, losing out on the ultimate baddie of Angel Star. Have anything else to tell you. Star. Only thing I can give you now is a poppy seed rice set. Talk about cheap. This, and maybe be able to tell black from white and fortune. How are you enjoying Ace Attorney so far? I had actually played at least the first game, except this, and some of... I made it to Big Top, which I have like no recollection of why I stopped, but then I found out that Ace is infamous for being terrible. This is my first time playing this case, having a lot of fun. Or difficult. Really long. Oh, you're back. You're still here? I gotta make 150 copies of these. Brewing coffee, copying files, turning into a regular DJ. You as well? If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey. Oh, that DJ. Good note. Yeah, Ace Attorney games definitely have their peaks and valleys. Gotta admire your persistency, but my answer is still no. Not letting you into Chief's office, period. See my neck on the line. That office is the last crime scene in SL9 incident. Have to take a look in there. There's got to be something we can take to change his mind. Basically... Oh no, this is... For every rise from the ashes, there's a job. Oh. What's this crumbled piece of paper? We're about to turn evil. Phoenix, that's evil. No way, Mr. Edgeworth can't be ever not serious. I can't believe they've pushed him this far. Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible. First met him, I thought as eyes too. But I know different now. Trusted the detectives to provide him with sound evidence. We just trade him. Detective. That's it. I've made up my mind. But here, take my ID card. Can't do that. If someone found out, wouldn't let you off the hook with another lost item. Look at me. No secret, I'm already out of the... After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as Turbo. What? So at least, let me do this. For Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, detective. Thank you. Thank you, Detective Puppy Dog. Police ID card allows access to areas of the... Detective Gumshoe is very photogenic. Whatever you do, don't say that to him. Look, his eyes are half shut. Yeah, and his mouth is half open. Hey, if his shirt button is up a notch. And he's got the narrow end of his tie in front. I think this goes beyond being photogenic. Into him. Close, Mr. Wright. Breaking in and entering. Just like Detective Go. Grin. If anyone finds us now, Detective Gumshoe's a gunner. If that happens, I'm coming on you to bail me out. Ah! Are you able to enter this room without making loud noise? Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I didn't even know you could slap a ghost. Ah, Detective Gumshoe. What are you doing up on us like that? I wasn't sneaking. I was just worried something might go. Took him too. If you're here, then what's the point in giving us your ID card? Gumshoe's ID crushed and rendered unusable in pocket. Hey, don't do that to my card. Hardly ever get a chance to come in here. So I figured I'd have a look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together now. I feel like I should have stayed. You really do want to get fired, don't you? God, Gumshoe is so funny for We'll have to examine the organ again, by the way. I shall, but first, I kind of want to save. I guess I could dialogue. Feels wrong. Ah, not if we're lucky. Now come on, let's see what we can find out. Got a bad feeling about it. Desk on the other side of the room. Was that your sister? Yes, that's where I was waiting for Lana. That day 2 years ago. Anyone using it now? No, sir. Charlie Chief Khan's office now. Practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene. Steve said I was warning to everyone else. Wants us to always be alert. Told us so himself at court. party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated. Ever since Lana left, no one ever touches that desk. No one except Chief Gun. Cleaning lady who's in here each month. Still 2 years past that incident. Can't possibly be any clue. I want. Oh my god, it's still there. Well, this area must have been covered in blood. It's from that incident? Must be when Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. 2 years have passed, so the reactions can. Murder really did take. Why see you got like church window? Why is this still in the room is gonna be unbreathable. I ask you something. Sure. Only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of the SL9 crime scenes. I mean, that's your only reason for coming here. Why'd you ask? Don't think. It wouldn't be. So there's no way. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Okay, now then, let's look around a bit more. Hey, hold on. Not so fast, buddy. Huh? What is it? Someone tells you don't worry about it, it's supposed to start buttering you, Paul. Don't just let it go at that. Sorry, this guy's starting to get on my nerves. Okay, so what's buttering you? You don't think. Chief Gaunt. Might be a... What? Right, Mr. Wright, what do we think of him? Gaunt, so it's finally come to this. What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't my feeling. Rick, I'm sure you don't know this. Every lawyer in this autistic. There you go, ignoring me again. Yeah, I'm just gonna say, I'm like, I don't want to find whatever I need to. That's not much. Chief Sorgan sure is a sight to behold. Occasionally, hear him play all of your part. That's on the second floor. 50 for an entirely different building. Why did he decorate his office to be like a church? When a detective screwed up, Chief calls them to the office. And listen to Morgan for hours. Bad about that music. After that, Chief can't hear anything for days except the ring. It's an instrument of punishment, literally. But aren't the Chief's ears affected? He never listens to anyone anyway. That's besides the point. Wow, look at the size of Chief Gunstead. Speaking of that, when we were here earlier... Oh, it's you. Chief Gun. That paper he was putting in. I wonder what he was... Looks like a list of evidence. List of evidence. In most cases, the list runs twice as long as the... Okay, look at the case name. Huh? Online incident. Oh, did I just find the thing right away? Oh, it's online incident. I wonder what this is. Detective, what did you just say? And I wonder what... No, about evidence. Only they're twice as long. Right. Guess there wasn't a lot of evidence. Life-size list of evidence. The list of evidence. It seems too... Most lists, prices. What would the other half of the list be? Oh. Good. Chief must be hiding something about that case. Here so. Evidence list added to court. Evidence. Ripped in half. Part is all I've got. Hey. Okay, thank God. I thought it was like we were gonna get caught. Wow, look at the size of Chief Gun's desk. On this card. List of evidence. Edgeworth had the other half of that. What would this be? There, look a little more. Oh. Emma's drawing. Wonder what this is. It looks like someone drew some kind of sketchy. What is it? Find something. Can't make it out. Better keep quiet about it. Why? Really clear. Huh? Oh, no, it's not. Why are your eyes moving about like that, right? Better not forget about this picture. Oh. What about this is hard to make out, please? Seriously, that's what I'm saying. Here. And also, like, why wasn't it enough as evidence? Like, you cannot get thus. This is safe, isn't it? Safe. That word is ripe with... okay, if you say so. Looks like a code need entered in this panel to open. 7-digit number. I think I just might know what it is. Oh, I'm doing crimes. So you know what it is? I have a hunch. Oh, I know. Want to try my birthday? It's... I have a better idea. Here goes nothing. Wow, somebody, you need like IT to talk to that. Oh, I should not have opened. I should have saved it. Bingo. What number did you enter? Whose birthday was it, Paul? 7777. Final ID card number, all that right. What? Number of the mysterious executive officer who... mean. 7777. That ID number. 17 shy this. Can only mean one thing. ID number. He needs better or worse than Manfred 001. The IT department needs to talk to him. Bad. Hey, anyone care to look right? Oh, thank God. Okay, I can look at the rest of the activity. They're definitely that'll do. The real deal, isn't it? Armor in defense. There is Paul. Chief doesn't care for imitation. First a pipe organ, now this. You know how many taxpayer dollars must have gone into it? What? And we're paying for this? That's it. I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes. Don't have any taxes. Geesh. Careful of what you say. Those you may be hiding in this armor as we speak. That's terrifying. Don't think he'd face Emma codes all the time. And if he did, he'd never be able to get back out. Cut it out. You guys don't know how scary that guy can. He's pretty far from 50. Where to drop. First, the chief wanted to use us. Why didn't he? He said change his mind because he wouldn't be able to. Oh, that's what that is. Just look at the sun. Just like you do. Look at that giant window. Want to crash through it and jump outside. Oh, this is. Yo. Saying what? Detective, I've always dreamed of doing something. Those two stealth. Detective Gumshoe has a lot of. As long as he doesn't go crashing through that window. Fired. Shelves are most. Lana must have kicked them out when she put it over to the prosecutor. Small picture frame, left shelf. Hey, when Lana and I went to that team, left it behind. Taking down that day, Mark ran out of questioning, tried to kill. Leaving his Marshall took along with G. Said he did. Always did. G, you take. Lana's the surest idea. That has always been. Not even anything that's on it. Looks like someone's. Lana ever come back? No. You can't listen. Partnership. Stuff legends are made of. In memory of her or in memory. I love that we're based. We never follow that like hey, I feel like I have to say just like a button that also. Any money in or how much does he have stashed away? So, not to mention audio again, cutting out more frequently. It's related to where I'm holding my mic. It's like, I noticed in my videos you could hear, like it was loud, like you could hear my breath a lot, so I don't know exactly which spot I need to have the mic. Thanks for the feedback. Look, it's a shard from a broken cup. Hey, I know where that goes. Somehow looks familiar. Where have I seen this before? Something else in here too. What's this? It looks like a piece of leather cloth. The handprint. Hey, I saw saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. Big Chief made up the design? I don't think so. Oh, well, it was just I know who. Is that it? All that was in the safe? Apparently so. Of cloth with a handprint on it and a chart from a that looks like it's very sus to have in your safe though. Look like pieces. Yeah, but unless you can have something to do with the case, I'm afraid I can't just let you take it. After all, it's my neck on the line. Great. I'll have to prove their relevancy. Are these two items related to the online incident? Come on, there's got to be something we can build with. Wanna do those? Detective Gumshoe, have another look at this drawing. Remember when the three of us put that back together? Ah, those were the kind of early to be nostalgic. And this sharp piece of evidence. Right, one of the shards has an SLN sticker on it. I don't think that's true. The sticker with us in the room. Worst game of all time for not having this sticker. So true. This case sucks now. Doesn't this ring any bells? You know, that fragment we just found? This one that was in the safe? Yes, that one that was in the safe. Hi, baby. Sheriff says hello. Tell the baby I said hi. Yeah. I just saying hi to you. Says hi back, I think. Can't tell which cat I have. Because when Seraph shows up, he starts snuggling. Now that you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits. Here, let me see that chart. I'll take a crack at this. Ah. Hi. Go ahead, Ball. Show us what it can do. Mr. Wright, here's some glue. I really don't think you should. I can piece this together again. Proof Chief. Proof Chiefcan was knowingly hiding it. Because There. It's like a charm. That, of course, means Chief can willingly and knowingly hit a piece jar in this. In other words, you conceal the piece of evidence SL9 is. But, hey guys, get a load of this. What is it? Disattached? Different from you. Finish line on it. Finish line. That's blood. I don't get it. Why would Chief Gan hide this? Safe. Table straw a bit in the. Spray luminol on it. Guy who's obsessed with you. Not get kicked out of the room, I'm surprised. What about a piece of fire? I won't be able to keep the information. That's why I have to get it all out of my system. You understand, don't you? It's so negative. I do want you to share it. Oh, who am I fooling? I've never had anything you share to me. Ugh, got to stay positive. That's what the chief was reading before, isn't it? No, when we first came in here? Yeah. It looks like the right side of the form's been off. So Mr. Edgeworth's list really was only half the whole thing. Something else is bugging me more than that. Take a look at the back of that form, Paul. Back? Yeah, I already found the back, sorry. Feel a lot better now that this char's complete. But it only raises another question. What was the piece of it doing in the... More importantly, why wasn't there any money in there? That was safes are for anyway. I have a feeling the outcome of tomorrow's trial just might hinge on them. Hey, look here, it's hard to make out, but there's a dark red stain. I don't think it's hard to make it. What are you on about? Looks like blood. The piece the chief has is different though. Blood stains on the other pieces were just spots. This one's a line. It's odd. Huh? This thing doesn't have a bottom. That's weird. Wonder which side is up. Better yet, what's the purpose of a bottomless jar? Like does inside, right? Wait, that's not it, there's more to do. think I'm just gonna stop here though, because I'm tired actually. I'll figure out what's left to do. Yeah, I'm sure. Right now it's like pretty much a good. Well, okay, maybe I should. Like, maybe it's just. Oh, maybe let's go show it to Edgewood. Anna? I don't think she's here, but I'm sure. That but she's sure she's done. I think you're supposed to investigate the safe again. I'll be real, I'm not 100% positive. Okay, well let's. I want to show stuff to it. Monday I'll take the. Right, please. It takes so long to. No, the safe is done. I feel like it's probably. Don't worry. Drivers. It's pretty fragile. About to break apart. Already. This was found in somehow related. What are remember what to do, actually. Yes. Alright. Fingerprint powder to go. Detective Gumshoe, I'd like you to have a look at this. Hey, I know what that is, so you want to take some fingerprints. That's a great idea, Detective. Alright, go to town. Sheesh. What are you doing? Why are you sticking out your hand like that? Go ahead, take my fingerprints. It's not your fingerprints we want to take. Huh? Come on, this is time for joke. Talking about that clot we found in the safe. Oh, I knew there was something left. Oh, thank you. Oh, hey, I knew that. The one with the handprint on it, right? Sheesh, where's your sense of humor? Okay, Mr. Wright, let's check for prints. Sprinkle the powder on the clot. And once they've poured into the print, blow the rest away. What are you, my mom? I don't have to be told. Alright, let's get this over with. Give it my best shot. And the result won't be any good for my cheap print, will it? Doesn't look like we'll get a clearer result. Okay, let's try a different finger then. Give it my best shot. I can't result. That's clean. What? Stop being finicky. Oh. So, how can this be? What are Emma's fingerprints do? Hey, you found a match? Whose fingerprints were they? Huh? Oh, the prints are too old. Don't lie. They aren't clear enough to get a match. Oh, that's too bad. Thought they'd be darks. Hey, you, come on. What's going on here? What are the kids? That's me. Get this information from Emma for now. Share your information. Here. Maybe you should hold on to the cloud. Found in Chief Gant's safe. Evidence for something, but what? Where's Emma's guys? Cloud folded and added to court. Well, was I any help? Of course. ID card, we were able to get hard evidence. We also robbed his, so I recommend you. Definitely nothing bad will happen if you don't tell Emma about her fingerprints, right? Like, okay, yeah, she had a freak out, but like she ran away to check stuff. It wasn't just breaking down into. Now that's not very kind, is it? In other words, if it wasn't for his ID card, he would have been useless. That right, you keep going. Didn't take you back so. Fortunately, I'm a man who was walking to my out a window and saw a stray dog run right into a pole. Then I thought of a certain detective. Sir? Right, sorry. Now then, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you all to leave. Yes, sir, sorry. Oh, you in the code. Sir? Drop off your ID on the way out. Won't be neat. Sir. Now get out. Yes, sir. We'll be on our way out too. Wait, the one without the spiky hair. Don't go yet. Sir? I'd like a word with you. Sir, I'm not a licensed scientific investigator yet. You with the spiky hair, you're free to go. You're right. Sir, that isn't mine. Look, Paul, I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. Chief's office is off limits. No, you just had to go somewhere like that, didn't you? But you said you didn't care anymore if you were tired. Yeah, but if I knew I'd be like this, I never would have said it. But I've seen evidence that was hiding in his office. I'm finally starting to get. Why what? Silent about it. Sir, that is minor, right? Anyway, you right to over with the chief again. Later, Paul. I don't know, like we quite literally. After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police wanted to ask her something. She'll be busy for the rest of the day. I see. Steve asked Emma to come in. So you think to cross the final day. Everything I can do. Why I'm here. I've already told you all I can. Told me over the past couple of absolutely not a single use for it. So true, tell her. Really? I believe I did mention quite important. Right at the beginning that I was the one who had the ticket. Oh, I think I finally figured it is that's lurking. Yeah, I did a good job, mentor. I'm rather chill. Edward was right. Something with one kid. Big-headed is a term he used, I believe. That was my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. I have to admit, I was more than a little perplexed at first. I said you did it, yet there was no incrimination. That's when it hit me. Not that you're unwilling to tell the truth. That you're incapable of so certain individual. But in the beginning of hectic? No, I think afraid of it. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded silence. For arguments, may I ask if the person when I am so frightened. What is this person's name? It already puts me on it.
Take that!
Well, Mrs. Kai? Right? Or addressing the prosecutor. Not forget your foot. And she's still not ready. I should have shown her gum shoe. I believe. Tell me a bit more about what you think. We're partners. Convicted him as a despicable. Tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crimes? Crimes? Put you in Edgewood. But for the inquiry for hiding in Virginia. Of course, these are offenses. Why is it though that cheap guy's name wasn't it? What? Or didn't know the truth and important? The only party who could have possibly tempered with you. Had access because I was coming up. Yes, you, but also one other. We intend to catch you more than just show me proof. You got falsified evidence. My God, can I? Wait, actually, your handprint. Print belongs to Emma. I can't keep it. Why would you?
Take that!
On proof of this, here it is. Evidence proves someone is doing. But it's not the chief. That'd be. Why would? Okay, fair. Ningy, yes. Seriously believe what you're saying. Now that's scary. I have the making, telling you that we're all your fit. You're to spend tonight in the cell next to me. If you ask me, you're the. Yeah, I guess. Okay, I have another one.
Take that!
On this in his chief's office. Sharpies. I literally, that's what I showed. What I showed. What these are, they're evidence for the S online. Person consuming evidence, none of the others. Now tell me, why are you taking all the blame? Shame, Mr. Right? Oh, the game really denies you. I'm being gaslit. Game said, nuh-uh, just kidding. Summarize, I do not disobey if it means for now. No, right, you can't possibly expect me to had no choice but to become Detective Goodman. Perhaps I should say follow order. Yes, Margaret. Actually, I'm almost done. Although I can't tell you that I was given an order that they dispose of Goodman's body. Oh yeah, he would find it inside the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's. As a suspected, find what everyone believes, not the one who. Trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's. Trunk slug was broken. Discovered that murder weapon while inspecting the body. Murder weapon. Edgeworth's. No. When I found the body, this was the knife stuck in it. Knife from the S Online, it's serial killer Joe Dark's knife. Couldn't just that knife in him. But I took it out and stabbed him with another knife. Edgeworth's knife. That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing. That's why I ended up cutting my hand. That is the reason for the bandage on your... Yes. I got blood on the victim. Then... You saw me just as I plunged the knife. Why did you have... Or, huh? Why did you buy Dark Snipe? Took a lot of work to finally complete the arcade. It was over with. I didn't ever want it to be. My intent was to by whatever means. So you hit Dark Snipe. Weapon used that the detective was evidence in the dark case. Cat is trying to telling you to get up. Yeah, that this is how I prevent myself from overworking. Kind of biting in the back right now. It's 3 minutes. Before it got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day with that. Wrap the knife in your scarf and hit it. Edgeworth's exhaust pipe. Yeah, but the autopsy report should have liked it that there was knife, stabby. Right. Then I called my sister. Tell her what happened and ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler. Ask Emma. I didn't want anyone on the force to know about this. That would explain why Emma is so confident about Lana's innocence. Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them. Bad feeling. Truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Gaunt, the first thing I did was make a phone call. Phone call to Patrolman Dick Marshall. Marshall? Why on earth would you call him? Lead investigator for the SL9 incident that they murdered. Wanted that fact to be hidden and help. Was the only other person I could trust. Or at least I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade of his own. Oh. Not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things. He disguised himself as Detective Goodman and tried to save him. He had already stolen the ID card, but it seems he still hadn't made up his mind to break into it. After my phone call, any remaining doubts he had must have been. Phone call caused the evidence room. I'm afraid that's all I can tell you. Lana. Earn my respect, Mr. Wright, both defense attorney and an investor. Now please, don't pursue this further in court. Tomorrow's trial, there's only one way to drive up Lana's demon. Haha, demon. Got to get to the bottom of everything. Detective Goodman's real murder. What went down in the chief's office too. Be continued. I made it. Okay, and I'm too tired. I'm not going to study today, so let me save. Call it. For watching. Have a good weekend, everybody.